Whose body is it really?
You want me to answer?
Bodily autonomy. It sounds like a legal term, but really, it's about a woman's right to decide what happens to her own body. From the moment she is born, decisions begin to be made about her body, by family, by institutions, by the state. As she grows, the decisions change, but the pattern stays the same. We asked 1,004 women, 92 men, and 142 marginalized community Malaysians about their lives. And what they told us is that the body you are born into is rarely fully your own. SIS Forum Malaysia has spent almost 40 years hearing from women for whom just how it is has caused real harm, in clinics, in classrooms, in marriages, in courts. But hearing isn't the same as knowing. Knowing requires proof. So for the first time in Malaysia, SIS went out and asked, not assumed. 1,004 women across every state, every age group, every background. The research is organized around a woman's life stages. Why does that framing matter?
Social norms dictate women to make certain decisions, or she's compelled to make certain decisions because this is what is expected.
What is female genital mutilation?
Actually, it is a procedure done mostly on babies. There are many various reasons behind it. One of it is religion. Second is the cultural and tradition. Third, some people believe that it is hygiene because you really want to clean up that genital area. And fourth, some mothers feel that by cutting the genitalia part, it will protect your girls from the sexual promiscuity when the girls grow up.
57% of Malaysians believe female circumcision is religiously obligatory. Only 9% describe it as harmful. Only 11% support its legal prohibition.
This procedure has no medical benefit, but you know that this practice has been go on in the society. It has been accustomed, it has been normalized. So in 2009, the Majlis Fatwa Kebangsaan came up with the fatwa making a ruling saying that female circumcision or sunat perempuan is mandatory or wajib to all Muslim women in Malaysia.
The WHO classifies all forms of female genital cutting as a human rights violation. In Malaysia, the National Fatwa Council declared it obligatory in 2009. Most girls it happens to are less than a year old. They are given no choice. This is where a woman's bodily autonomy story in Malaysia begins. Do you know what a period check is? Have you or anyone you know experienced one, and how did that feel?
I think back when I was staying in boarding school, there were occasions where our senior would check whether us were really on their period. So I remember being given like a cotton bud, asked to swipe it on my sanitary pad to prove that if I was on period or not. So at that age, I didn't really question it because I think it was something normal. So honestly, I don't think I received comprehensive sexuality education in school.
1 in 4 Malaysian women had their period checked by a teacher. Among women aged 18 to 34, it's closer to 1 in 3. These aren't old stories. They're happening now.
In the domain of education and knowledge about bodily autonomy, there is a very strong call and support for comprehensive sexuality education to be taught in school. And I think this is great because it means people want to have access to good quality information about bodily autonomy and access to services in order to make sound decisions for themselves. The Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Higher Education, and the Ministry of Health, they have the obligation to ensure that accurate information goes out to the public, especially to young people. So the demand for comprehensive sexuality education must be met, and must be met in the ways that the people are asking for.
In the same schools where 40% of students received no sexuality education at all, no consent, no rights, no relationships, just biology. 88% of Malaysians, women and men, want CSE in schools. The demand exists. The delivery doesn't. Have you ever been told what to wear or been judged for how you dress by a person, an institution, or anyone? What happened and how did you handle it?
So there is this one teacher, she would selectively choose which students and which teachers that she wanted to be at her house. But then she made a condition. She told me that in order for me to be there, I need to dress a certain way. Not even my parents told me what should I wear, if I should dress a certain way. But then there's a teacher that don't even know me personally telling me what to wear.
Do you think women in Malaysia feel free to dress how they want without any consequences?
In my personal opinion, no. Because I see every day that women dresses the way they wanted to. They're being true to themselves. I'm pretty much sure that majority of them somehow feel compliant to what the society expects and what the institutional allows. So I just wish and hope that people would, rather than giving out orders to anyone, they would simply make a request, ask a permission, rather than giving out orders without making the people feel uncomfortable with the decision.
78% of Malaysians say women should be free to dress how they want. Only 54% of women actually can, without fear of judgment or consequences. 31% have already been punished or criticized for what they wore. Among students, it's 49%. Religious expectations are the most cited reason for restriction, peaking at 79% in Terengganu, 66% in Kelantan. We say we believe in freedom. The numbers show what we actually allow. Do you think women self-censor online? What does that look like in your experience?
I have friends yang self-censor after they have their family, they have their children, they don't want to show their children online, be it like online predator or like sakit ain in the Malay community. They don't want like evil eye to affect their family. Valid, it's their choice. Our research captures exactly this. 63% of women had already changed their behavior online out of fear.
41% of women have experienced online gender-based violence. Unwanted sexual messages, cyberstalking, threats, doxing, and non-consensual sharing of their images.
Online gender-based violence or tech-facilitated gender-based violence is also getting more and more widespread. A major concern also is how gender-based violence is so normalized that many women don't recognize it as gender-based violence, including marital rape.
But 63% of women have already changed their behavior, avoiding posting photos of themselves online just in case. The harassment doesn't have to happen for it to work. Most incidents go unreported. Fear of not being believed, shame, the sense that it wasn't serious enough. These are the reasons women give. They are all wrong and all completely understandable. When you saw that only 52% of women said they feel they can refuse sex with a spouse, what did you feel?
Like I said, 48% can't really say no. So that's quite a large number. What surprised me about these statistics was that 52% can say no. That's great. But 48%, whatever the breakdown is, they still can't say no. And that's quite a large number. We have 50%, the population is almost divided in half, 50% women and men. And yet women can't say no to their husbands. Now, when you're looking, why is actually more important than the statistics itself? This 48% do not have any autonomy because they cannot say no to marital relations with their husband. But one of the reasons I would say is because marital rape is not recognized in this country. So maybe women feel that it's not, society doesn't recognize it. So why would women themselves feel that it's not? The other thing is, of course, religion and society itself. Malaysia is a very patriarchal society. Therefore, women are viewed as, sometimes in Muslim marriages especially, they're viewed as the property of the husband. So that is the mindset they have. Because we don't recognize marital rape, they think it's okay. So society, in a way, is not recognizing women's autonomy in the first place as well. So that, to me, is, I would say personally, is disturbing when you can't say no.
If someone watches this and asks, okay, what now? What do you tell them?
If you are someone who has experienced a form of gender-based violence and you're not even sure if it is regarded as gender-based violence, so don't hesitate to call any of the NGOs who provide services so you can work this through. Even if you hesitate to call the authorities immediately, at least reach out to the NGOs who can then help and guide you on how to report to the authorities. Secondly, speak out if you feel that services provided to you are inadequate or do not reach you. You can do this by sharing with someone you know, or go to an NGO or file a complaint to the healthcare services near you so that they know that their services need to be improved.
If you could say one thing directly to the women who answered this survey, what would it be?
I think services has always been there and accessible for women, but there are communities who are marginalized and we're not meeting their needs. I want to be able to tell them now, or demonstrate to them at least, that with this survey, we hear what you're saying, we see you, and we recognize that things are inadequate and not reaching out to you. And this is where we need to play our role together with other civil society organizations, the public, to raise these issues, to raise concerns and awareness to ensure that reproductive healthcare services and overall healthcare services are reaching out to all.
After all the data, all the stories, where is the hope for you?
The hope is that the women are actually sharing what they are going through. And I think what we need to do is to make more spaces, more platforms for women to share their experiences, for them to be able to speak out about what they are going through, and how then we can do the advocacy together. As many as possible, as many voices as possible, and in many spaces and platforms as possible, because Malaysian women really deserve the best.
SIS Forum Malaysia, empowering voices for change.